For Panthers Fans Only is a sports podcast intended for mature audiences and contains profanity as well as extremely spirited conversation. What you see and hear are the sole opinions and depictions of each individual, not at all inclusive of the entire cast or any guests associated with our show. Thanks for tuning in, and always remember to stand on business.
The producer.
The helmet won't on the table.
Why is his
the
title
camera
the
won't
producer?
out the bag. The
Nigga,
battery won't there. I was like, but the nigga talking about he set everything up.
Realistically, the producer is supposed to fucking set everything up. But, I mean, I don't know why he has that title.
It's just crazy how you just tried to get up here and spin it like you had everything set
Nigga,
up. But clearly,
I had all the plugs plugged in.
Bare bones was set up.
I had all the plugs plugged in, which I don't even know if you would even know how to plug that shit in. So I had all of that plugged in.
I'm glad you did
Lights
something.
already set up.
Look, I'm
plug
glad
the
you,
shit in.
I'm glad you did something.
Is that true, man?
That's all he had to do.
No. Probably not. I mean,
What you want me to say?
To be honest with you, man.
Just telling you, that's all he had to do.
Things fine as hell, thick as fuck. Oh my god, that's my baby. Caroline, you divine, mighty fine. Shorty really wrote a pipe like a pro.
Fuck you thought.
Holy shit, I'm really lit. It's looking like it's about time to fuck it up. Caroline, listen.
Welcome to FPFO.
Don't wanna hear about your horoscope or what the future holds. Shut up and let's get going.
See what A-Shawn said.
Movie. Don't wanna talk it out. Can we fuck it out?
At this point, it's not really, we're not in the moral victories. And personally, I'm not either. So if that's how A-Shawn feel, who am I to feel any different? That's what he said.
Cool. You shouldn't have a problem with what's gonna be said today.
Like 98 degrees and I'm 300, nigga, keep your feet running.
Just keep his name out your mouth. That's just gonna be best.
No.
Everybody else gets time to develop and do this and that. Sit on the sideline, jack off. But then, you know,
But I love your
never
blue.
mind. We'll talk
You're
about it.
perfect for the urgent. Baby, I want forever. Caroline, don't you see that? I want you to be mine. Bad things, fine as hell.
Who did he just say?
John would never.
Thick as fuck, oh my god.
That's why he's in Dallas. How many touches does he have in the Cowboys?
He might can't get open, but if that motherfucker hit his hands, he gonna catch
Really
That's true.
like a pro.
anybody.
The thing about it is he's just never going to win. He would just simply never win that route. And I say that with all due respect, because that's broke.
I mean, that might be true, but I just damn near rather you not win it than for it to hit you in your hands, you fuck it off.
After you already dropped one, like 2 plays before.
2 weeks before. A week before.
You didn't even got
3
to go back
weeks
that far.
before, 4 weeks before.
Beginning
On the
of
same
season,
drive,
on
third
the
and
same
7.
drive, yeah.
Or what was it, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 7?
It was,
The Darius Slate breakup?
yeah, one of them.
Even the CJ Gardner hit at the beginning of the game, like he just wouldn't have called it.
relax.
I could tell the way.
He's supposed to catch that?
I could just tell the way he caught it, and he was about to come down with it. I was like, yeah, he was gonna fuck it off anyway.
He was supposed to catch that? Getting hit like
Saying
that?
he was supposed to catch it. I'm just telling you, if he wouldn't have got hit, he wouldn't have caught it anyway.
He's saying the hit had no impact.
I just simply don't. I just don't. agree with
Go
that.
back and look at it.
Why is my headphones so low?
Just make sure you twist the right one, because you crank my shits all the way up.
I mean, what number am I?
Damn, you're cranking them all up.
Yeah, bro. Because like I just don't understand. Maybe it's me. Maybe maybe.
I'm in this one. This one. Tavian's in the bottom one. You're in this one.
That song was so fire when it first dropped, and then they overplayed the hell out of it.
It's still fire. Like when you come back to it.
Yeah,
It's one of the very rare songs of that, like, mini era that has replay value to me. That's just my opinion.
It's a song you got to hear like once a month, though.
Maybe like once every quarter.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because like that's literally the first time that I've heard that song probably in about 6 or 7 months.
That might be the first time I heard it in years.
Yeah,
Not
but
gonna
it
be
hit. Though.
honest.
But it hit. So it's just like just play it and just never touch it again for like at least a quarter and a half, maybe.
Drip on your bitch like water.
Water. Splat.
That was
That was hard.
Yeah, that was a good little error.
Welcome to For Panthers Fans Only. The first thing that I want to come on this podcast and do is say, for whatever reason, I don't know where the delusional thoughts of my producer kicked in last week, talking about Chuba Hubbard was hurt, Chuba Hubbard this, Chuba Hubbard that. He quickly dismantled that ideology. So that's the first thing that I want to say.
You're welcome.
And you should have been on this podcast on this set with your jersey on. That's what you should have did. After the way you slander and slaughter his name, you should have put his shit on. But off of that, welcome to because what he broke he broke 1,000 yards.
Cool, congrats.
He broke 1,000 yards.
Big time.
We're gonna discuss that Jonathan Brooks pick again too.
Please, God.
Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna talk about that for sure. Honestly, to be quite frank, we're gonna revisit this class as a whole.
Are you ready to repent for your sins?
I mean,
I just hate being right.
I think the thing that pisses me off the most, honestly, but I'm not gonna lie, it's really killing me. Like my volume is killing me, and I don't know why. Maybe like we're just low on the board as a whole.
Nah, we're pretty loud.
I mean, I don't know what is happening. I really don't. I think the thing that pisses me off the most is we've discussed this training staff as a whole. And for me personally, there's just simply no way that a guy spends, 13, 14 months with surgery and recovering and rehabbing and everything like that. To me, there's just simply no way that he tears his ACL again, bro. I know that we can talk about Thomas Davis, and that's phenomenal. I see a lot of people comparing Jonathan Brooks to Thomas Davis. I just want everybody to slow down because that's just simply not the case. Well, I'm not going to say that's not the case, but let's just be respectful. Let's be respectful. That's number one. But it's just very, very frustrating. Season of missed opportunities. Yes. Season of missed opportunities. I mean, I think that I vocalized very, very well. First and foremost, this is For Panthers Fans Only. I'm your host, JJ.
I'm your co-host, Derek.
I'm your producer, Tavian.
If you don't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, turn that bell notification on. Same thing with Rumble. If you're watching elsewhere or listening elsewhere on all DSPs, appreciate you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe whenever you get the opportunity. Tap in with us on social media. We will be, I'll throw this out there very, very quickly, just since we're in the beginning part of the episode. We will be doing a giveaway for Christmas. We have an autographed Bryce Young football. I think it's only fitting and only right just based on the way he's been playing over the past couple of weeks to do that around Christmas time. So that'll be our gift to you guys is autographed Bryce Young football. Details will be posted on all social media pages, so make sure you tap in with us on all of those or just one of those if that's how you feel and you don't have, other platforms or whatever. But yeah, that's it for the housekeeping items. The Carolina Panthers lose 22-16. Like I said, like I started the podcast off, it's just really a season of missed opportunities. And I think what I understand, first of all, I will say that I understand the optimism within the fan base. I know a lot of that is predicated upon the production that we've seen from Bryce Young and the improvement and the development throughout the season. I understand that. For me personally, I don't think that I don't know if I'm as optimistic as a lot of you guys are. I don't even know how y'all feel about this actually, because we haven't had this conversation. But I don't know if I'm as optimistic as you guys are, just because, yes, we have a lot of core pieces under contract. When you look at that offensive line, for the overwhelming majority of the line, I'm pretty sure everything is shored up that way. Obviously, you have your quarterback. You tied Chuba Hubbard up at the beginning of this season. Young weapons outside in Xavier Legette, Jatavion, Jalen Coker, etc. Defensively with A'Shawn. I understand that and I get that. But for me, kind of where the skepticism comes in and where the frustration comes in with this season as a whole is just because, like, I understand where fans' level of optimism is coming from, but there's no guarantee that the players that we're seeing right now producing at the level that they are, there's no guarantee that they produce like that again. Like, there's no guarantee that Chuba Hubbard comes out and runs for 1,000 yards in the first 13 games of the year again next year. There's just no guarantee. And I think that my stance on Chuba has been very, very clear this season as well. I think he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. But we know the lifespan of a running back is, 3.7 years? Is that accurate? 3.7? 4.2? Something like that?
I mean, I don't know where you're quoting the stat from, so I can't really
I think
check
that's
it.
just I'm pretty sure that's just the average lifespan of the NFL running back.
But I also just feel like you can say that with like every team in the NFL, that you don't know if next year or the years coming will be the years that they're producing, or they will be producing like they are now. Like, I feel like that's such like a broad range of, like, of a
I
statement.
mean, it is, but it's just I think
If you're
that
playing
it's
averages,
3.3 years.
rule of
actually.
averages, then yeah.
The average career length for an NFL player is about 3.3. Oh, that's NFL. My bad. Let me see.
But taking that into consideration, though, I definitely think I get where you're coming from.
2.57 years.
But what would
actually,
lead
so.
you to believe that Chuba wouldn't, as to this
not-
point, his career
I don't think
trajectory
it's-
has proven that he's gotten better and better each year, and then he's going to have you just paid him big time. He's going to have no choice, really, but to take on that role next year, especially with Jonathan Brooks being down.
Yeah, I think that Chuba Hubbard was a bad example. I just think that just what we've seen over the past, like, 5 or 6 weeks, like, fans are feeling very, very optimistic about that. And, like, I understand, but, like, with all due respect, every situation is not the Detroit Lions. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even with the Detroit Lions, I feel like, don't quote me, but I feel like they had won more games at this point, like, before Dan Campbell, like, actually turned it up for the Giants or the Lions to be who they are now. I feel like they had won more games. Like, and I understand end of the year they were competitive, whatever the case may be. Like, I get it. I understand the optimism. But for me personally, I think that the last 4 weeks, and I know that you guys feel the same way, so don't think that I'm, like, disregarding that. But I think that the last, like, 4 weeks for me have been extremely, extremely frustrating when you see what the Atlanta Falcons have become this season, when you see how up and down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been. When you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Bank of America Stadium against the ropes and you fail to get the job done. The last couple of weeks have just been extremely frustrating for me. And, again, I understand the optimism. I'm not going to say, come draft time, I'm not going to be feeling the same exact way. But there are still a lot of holes on this team. They have impressed me. I will say that when you look at the last 3 weeks against the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, and the Eagles, two of those three teams being some of the best teams in the NFL. I get it. I understand.
Before you get too far away from it, though,
yes.
I do just want to add that the Lions only won 3 games under Dan Campbell in his first year, and they didn't win those 3 games until week 13, 15, and 18.
And we're tracking. And I would be interested to see, like, what the scores were of those games, because, like, we're literally seeing us lose off of, like, one play here, one play there. Like,
yeah.
They lost they lost quite a few one-score games.
Okay.
Overtime game to the Steelers, one-score game to the Browns, one-score game to the Bears.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
The Falcons. Yeah.
Maybe it's just like me being like jaded as a Panthers fan.
I think you've been,
and it's just me being scorned. I think.
Yeah, that's
to be
really
honest, because it's just like I think that it's just so very, very, very exhausting. Like, I think that it's abundantly clear on this set and with our fans that have been listening for a while that I had us in between 7 to 10 games winning. I know that a lot of people were dismissive of that. A lot of people shitted on me for that, my co-host and my producer included. But I think that if you just look at the schedule and you just look at these games over the last 4 weeks in particular,
it would have been 7.
I mean, yeah, it would have been. It would have. Yeah, the last 4 weeks would have been 7, and even if you take the Chiefs game away, because it's very, very difficult to not allow Patrick Mahomes to score with 1:49 left on the clock. And really, if you look at it, you can make the argument you shouldn't even have been in that position to win that football game with the lack of execution in the red zone. You got a couple of penalties in that last drive. You had to execute on the 2-point convert. So there was a lot of things that kind of bounced our way that game. So even if you take that away, you're looking at 6 wins. I believe that we can beat the Dallas Cowboys next week. I think there are a couple. I think that we can beat Atlanta week 18. I think that we should have beat Atlanta the first time we played them in Bank of America. But my frustration and I guess kind of my hesitancy with like all of the optimism is just like, yeah, but we're not getting the job done. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I say that just to say it's frustrating. I still believe in Dave Canales. Bryce Young every single week is doing everything in his power to make me look like a jackass for the way that I, approached him and some of the things that I said on this podcast as well as social media. So, there's still some hope there. I understand that going forward. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. I think that we have to figure out, and I know that the team is aware of this as well, but we have to figure out how to finish the deal, how to close the deal. And that's kind of where I am right now.
And I also feel like, you got to think that you will be getting players back. You will be getting a Derrick Brown back. DJ Wanham hasn't had a full year under his belt yet, so hopefully he's healthy leaving out of the season, going into the offseason, so he has a full offseason to work. And I'm sure there's a lot of other positions that, people are going to get a lot more experience in. You're probably going to go in the draft and draft like a couple highly talented defensive players, we hope.
Can I say something right there?
What?
Very quick, like about the draft. Like we know how adamant I was about like how dumb it would be if the Panthers considered offense. It's just simply not there.
Which I feel like that's a conversation that we can have later on because that
was going
to be a question I had. But with the draft position that you're in, like you're still gonna go in and get some highly talented players in the draft. I would expect you having a lot of cap space, the cap space that we have, to go and make some big free agency moves. So, I will understand what you're saying if, like, you're like, oh, shit, we're coming in to next season with the same exact team. I just don't think that'll be the case. I think that there's going to be a lot of pieces added to this team to where, like, the guys who are playing really good or who are playing, like, above what we thought they would, like, they're going to become rotational pieces, and I think that that's going to be even better because it's like if you guys are playing to this certain level and we didn't expect this and you're taking on this big role as a starter, like imagine how much production that's going to bring if you're coming in as a rotational piece now because we actually found not just a guy to fill that role, but actually found like a staple who can play that role really well, and then you're coming in to back him up. So I think that like I will understand if we were going into the season with the same exact team, but I do think a lot of moves will be made in the offseason via draft, via free agency that, what this team is doing now, it is a stepping stone going into next season that I feel like some fans can be, like, very happy to see.
Yeah, and that's why I said I'm not knocking. If that is your feeling and that's kind of and that's your vibe right now, I'm not knocking that at all. I'm just emphasizing the point that I don't feel that way personally, because it's very, like I said, it's frustrating for me, bro. It really is. Like you just look at what has happened the last couple of weeks. It's like heart wrenching because literally, if we want to have an honest conversation, you should be a game to a game and a half out of the lead.
Yeah,
literally, and you see that Atlanta is ass. Like that's another frustrating piece as well. But go ahead.
It does all have to be put into perspective. Like you said at the start of the season, well, like I said at the start of this season specifically, was like it's progress. It's about the progress. And there's like Ashawn said that there's no moral victories. Yeah, we get that. And this should have been much more than a moral victory this weekend. Like I want to be very clear. This weekend and even last weekend were two games 100% the Carolina Panthers had won and should have won. So you can be frustrated in that. But that's a good sign. Like, that's where we're at. Like, you can be frustrated in losing games again because it's not just expected. You're not just expected to go in and roll over. You have something to look forward to now. And I think a big portion of that can be attested to Bryce Young and his growth as a quarterback. And I kind of think we got the evaluation of him wrong. Because I remember everybody, like, was comparing him to Drew Brees coming out and like saying like he plays like Drew Brees. He's supposed to be like No, I'm saying like he's supposed to be a small. What do you think I'm about to say?
I know what you're about to say. Don't, because I saw it on Twitter too. Don't.
What would you say?
Go ahead.
No, I want to know what Twitter said.
I want you to continue with your take.
Okay, I think the true evaluation of Bryce Young and his play style, he actually reminds me a lot of Tony Romo.
Okay, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah,
That's just fucking disgusting.
No, I don't think so, though. I
And to
think
be
because
honest,
you
like,
have
let's
an
be serious.
you have an
bro.
undersized quarterback with, not like a fucking cannon for an arm, but has phenomenal
Tony Romo.
has phenomenal pocket awareness. Yeah, Tony Romo. Like, go back and watch Tony Romo film, and it looks just like Bryce Young's film.
I was
that he's
seeing
putting
Pat
out
Mahomes
right now.
all Sunday. I was seeing Pat Mahomes.
No, I mean, but that's like that makes sense because Pat Mahomes did say like he modeled a good portion of his game after Romo because they play that similar magician escaping like pocket manipulation type of football.
Romo's ass. Can we just go ahead and just acknowledge that? Like, I don't even know
not,
why.
But like,
I don't know why his
anyway,
name like just sneaks into this podcast so much. It's very frustrating,
bro.
But that's if that's your eval, then cool. I respect
He
it.
legitimately reminds me of watching Tony Romo. Like they have a very similar style of play. We can cut on some highlights after this podcast is over, and we'll talk about it.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. My fault. I didn't.
No, but I think you do, like Terrence was saying, you do got a lot of guys who are going to fill into more rotational pieces, and then you've opened the door. I think Xavier Legette has left enough for you to wonder, like, do we go back and attack wide receiver in this draft?
Yes, 1,000%.
I think Jonathan Brooks, like, I just want to say, like, I feel bad for the kid. Like, that's extremely tough. Like, not obviously the eval was wrong. The Panthers didn't need to go get Jonathan Brooks. That we can agree on that. But I feel bad for Jonathan Brooks as a person, like coming off of a tough ACL injury to tear it again 2 games into your NFL career after he actually looked like he had some juice in him.
Yeah,
that's very
hindsight is
unfortunate.
always 20/20. So like it's all. I mean, you can definitely say that obviously the Panthers didn't. I mean, but if we're saying that we went best available player at that time, I'm not just gonna say like they shouldn't have. Like it might have just been a bad investment. Like, we can't predict that. Like, when you come back, you're going to tear your shit again.
Okay.
You had bigger holes to fill.
Yeah, I think it was best available, but also that doesn't necessarily make it mean it was best available based on your needs. So those are two different things. Like,
right.
He could have been the best
available when you have a roster that allows you to go best available, not when you have a roster where you're trying to fill holes.
Yeah,
because you have a desperate need, and the Panthers have a desperate need. This offseason is really going to a lot of this is going to boil down to the front office and what they do, because they could either stay in no man's land where we're kind of like wondering what the Panthers are going to become, or they can actually go out and fill these needs and make this team better. This team is now at a point where you have a quarterback that you can get behind. You have a lot of question marks again at the weapons, but you're good in the trenches on the offensive line. Derek Brown's coming back. You're going to be solid in the trenches along the defensive line. We like DJ Wanham, right?
Yes.
We like what we see from him.
I think Ashawn Robinson is one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL right now.
We love what we see from Ashawn Robinson. I personally do. So and what have I been screaming for years? Trenches, trenches, trenches. You win in the trenches. The Panthers are winning in the trenches right now. They've got a solid quarterback. Now it's going to be up to the front office. Can we plug in the holes in our secondary? Can we plug in the holes in our – I even like what they did at the linebacker room. Josie Jewell has been playing very, very high level.
But that's about
all
I like there.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not going to say the whole room.
No,
I'm going to say Josie Jewell
Josie
particularly because Trevin –
but we got some – clearly we got –
we need Shaq back desperately.
Because Trevor
5'6" don't got it. Not yet. Not yet.
And it wouldn't hurt to get another running back. Fortunately, this is one of the deepest running back classes in recent memory.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have a conversation about that as well, like, for sure. I just want to get through some of the game review real quick.
Scatterbull, whatever.
Scatterbull.
We need that nigga. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he be toting that hole. I'm not going to lie to you. He's different.
You heard what his nickname was, right?
What?
They said they call him Scatter Boom.
Yeah.
He want to run over everybody.
Yeah, he put on a show Saturday. We're going to get through. Let's get through just the game review real quick, and then we'll. I want to kind of have that. I want to kind of start talking off season just a little bit. We don't have to dive fully into it, but there's some shit. Like, I almost would damn near give T. Higgins $37 million a year. Like, honestly.
No,
like, and to be
legitimately.
quite frank, like, I know that number is extremely exasperated. Is that the right word?
Exaggerated. You could have just said exaggerated.
Yeah,
Or
I don't. You be
exaggerated.
trying to do too much. I don't know why.
Exasperated is something different. I think exasperated has a negative connotation to it. Exasperated is like when somebody's like dejected. I'm pretty sure.
But he'll tell you like he got the best grammar skills out of everybody.
Irritate and frustrate
Like-
intensely. Yeah, exasperated was the wrong word. That number was
Be trying to do way
exaggerated.
too much.
That number was exaggerated for sure.
I told somebody today, I was like, that was just ignorant. They were like, it wasn't ignorant. I just didn't know. I was like, that's literally the definition.
Oh, ignorant. Nah, for sure. But yeah, not 37 million. Not 37 million, but a lot of y'all felt a certain way about when we had the discussion about T. Higgins in the offseason. A lot of y'all felt a certain type way when I had some things to say about Stephon Diggs last year. And yes, Stephon Diggs is hurt now, so again, hindsight is 20/20. But Stephon Diggs could have helped this roster. And do you remember? I'm gonna recall all the way back when we had the conversation, and you argued with me about me saying Stephon Diggs is a guaranteed additional win and a half to 3 wins. Stephon Diggs catches that ball yesterday. Now, I don't know if he wins the way XL wins, but he catches that football, and that's a W.
I mean,
and I can almost go, like, there's multiple things that I can look at, plays that I can look at and say, yeah, if we have a Stephon Diggs, yeah, if we have a Devontae Adams, yeah, if we have a T. Higgins, these games go a lot different.
Yeah, I damn near think a lot of other receivers catches that ball. It don't even have to be that high caliber receiver.
You just want to shoot.
I think David Moore catches that ball.
I think
if he
Jalen
wins
Coker
that
catches
route.
it.
Yeah,
I think Jalen Coker catches it.
I think
I'll give you that. I
nigga,
don't know
you've
if David
seen
Moore-
what David Moore has done.
I don't know if David Moore is still a question mark to me.
I think David Moore catches that ball. Like
He
there's-
reminds me of DJ Moore with the little slow get up. You know I can't stand that. Every time a nigga get touched, he getting up all slow. Nigga got to
DJ Moore catches that for sure.
Line.
DJ Moore catches that for sure. Don't look like that, nigga. You seen the catch he made in the Atlanta game. DJ Moore catches that for sure, and that was a harder catch he made in the Atlanta game. XL
does.
just simply just.
I mean,
We'll get through
I'll
it.
be
We'll get
honest.
through it.
You, me, Kenny, Carter, everybody's catching that fucking ball yesterday. That's insane, bro.
I'm not gonna say
that's
all of
insane.
that. I'm not gonna say all of
Yeah,
that.
what he did was insane, bro. That was despicable.
It was.
He made it look like a regular person was out there trying
The
to.
thing about it is like, never mind. Let's just go through the stats real quick, because it really wasn't like that crazy.
What wasn't?
Well, it was crazy
For
but
the
this-
whole world to be
just-
talking about it, don't do
just-
this to yourself, bro.
I know that's what I'm gonna say. It was crazy, but just don't do too much on my nigga.
No, bro.
19 to 34 for 191, a pick and a touchdown. Bro, what was the stat line that I say that I would be okay with? That I said I would be okay with on Friday when we did our live. I think it damn near was like literally this. I said slightly above 50%. I don't know if I said 190 or 180.
I feel like you even texted that somewhere too, because
Yeah, like I
remember
think that I
reading it.
called this damn stat line literally like damn near number for number.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
think you said it as like you'd be fine with it. I think you said it as this is what I expect from the stat
No,
line.
I've said on the live, I said this is what I would be okay with, because he asked me a question about like what does he have to do this game to make you feel like the development like is going in the right direction or something along those lines. And I damn near said like this stat line literally like verbatim, but I couldn't find the shit, and I just I was too pissed to find it last night, so I was just like fuck it. Anyways, 25 for 92 and a touchdown from Chuba. Somebody on this cast tried to tell me that he was hurt or he just had problems
It looked like it.
last week, and that was quickly shut down. Jonathan Brooks, 1 carry, -3 yards, torn ACL. Bryce Young, 7 carries, 28 yards. Longest was 11. 9 catches for 102 yards for Adam Thielen. And then this is my problem. This is where it becomes hazardous. The next closest receiver, 8 targets, 2 catches for 39 yards, Xavier Legette. And I won't even go any further in that. Chuba Hubbard had 4 catches for 15. We'll talk about it. Josie Jewell, 10 tackles, a sack and a half, 2 TFLs. Trevin Wallace, 6 tackles. J.C. Horn, 6 tackles. ended up exiting the game early with, I don't even know, maybe
groin injury.
Groin.
But they said it's something that he's been playing with for over the past couple of weeks. He's just been muscling
He's been
through.
he's been on the injury report the last like month and a half with this same groin injury. And he said after the game or yesterday on Monday, he said that he was pretty much going to do what he needed to do to play on Sunday. So we'll see. I'm not really mad about that because I think that the number for J.C. Horn amongst this cast was 13 games. And I think, what are we at? We're 3-10 right now.
13.
Yeah, so he's played all 13. So I mean, I wouldn't even be upset, especially with the season shot. I need you ready to go next year, and hopefully we can get you a new contract this offseason. A'Shawn Robinson, the tackle for a loss, 5 tackles from him, another sack and a half on the regimen. 5 tackles for DJ Wanham and a sack. Let's go look at some team stats. This is the frustrating part right here. Time of possession, 33 minutes to 26 minutes for the Carolina Panthers. 302 to 292 for the Carolina Panthers. 184 to 83, but that's not really right because they kind of like add those up differently because Bryce ended up with 191. Jalen Hurts ended up with like 102, 108. We did a number on that fuck nigga yesterday too.
He looked like bullshit.
Yeah. Rushing yards 118 to 209. Saquon Barkley did his thing, but really we held him in check. It was only like a couple of runs in the second half that put that number where it ended up being because really I thought that we were trying to stretch the nigga the first quarter, and I thought we did.
First damn play.
Yeah. No
he
cap.
sat out the whole series, had to fix his equipment.
20 first downs to 18, advantage Carolina. 7-7 penalties. The Eagles allowed 4 sacks. We allowed 1 total play, 69-56, advantage Carolina. And then ultimately, to me, what lost us the game, the 1 turnover before halftime to 0. Let's go look at the Eagles real quick.
One more time, what'd you say?
I said ultimately, I feel like that's what lost us the game.
Cool.
And I don't really want to expound on it. Like I don't because
Dylan timestamp this and mark it down for future reference.
No, because what y'all will do is make me say that, and then try and make me like expound to make me sound like a hater. But it's not really hating. That's where the shit just becomes frustrating. Like that's it.
Why is that what lost the game though? Interception before halftime. Did it result in any points?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, they scored a
touchdown.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown.
Okay.
They scored a touchdown. They went up for it only to come out and get the ball back after halftime. When you had the momentum, your defense got to stop. We were up 3 points. A lot of things, like I said, that stop that we got, I think it was a missed field goal, if I'm not mistaken, right? We held them, and they ended up kicking a field goal. The nigga missed it. So that was it was a huge turning point. So why I say that I feel like that lost us the game is because that is the moment. The same way when I went back last week and said, yeah, we can shit on Chuba Hubbard and we can do this and that, and I understand it because in that moment, that's what everybody is going to be hyper fixated on. But there was things leading up to that moment where you should have executed better and you don't have to be in that position, right? I.e. Eddie Pinheiro missing 2 field goals last week, i.e. us turning the football over. And I'm not even shitting on Bryce. It's just like something that can't happen. It's an execution problem. Like we just have to know in that situation, we're either throwing that ball out of bounds or we're taking a sack. We're doing something with it besides throwing an interception with 1 minute and 5 seconds left and you have a 3-point lead against, the top 2, 3, 4 team in the NFL.
Well, I feel like you can say that for both because if you can point to that interception before halftime and say that's the reason we lost the game, then I don't understand how you can't point to what Chuba did and say that's what lost us the game. Because there's a lot of stuff that happened.
What are you talking about? Last week?
Yeah.
I already told you why. Because if you make your field goals in the first half, you're not in that position.
Or if you just don't fumble the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. But if you make your field goals,
but you didn't even let me finish, though. But
okay, go ahead.
Like I said, you can't say that 1 turnover cost us the game, but then look at what Chuba did and say that didn't cost us the game. When at the same time, there was a lot of stuff that happened after the Bryce interception that I'm sure we can point to. A bunch of XL drops, like poor execution on third downs when you can say that lost us the game. Like there's so much different things that you can point to that can lead up to us losing the game besides one play. So, I mean, that's just that doesn't even make sense.
It does. No, it does. It makes a lot of sense. When you have the momentum and you play as well as you played in that first half, defensively specifically, you cannot put your defense in a compromising position against one of the better offenses against a fucking current MVP.
If you
just
lose a
simply
game,
can't.
if
You
you
can't.
Apparently, bro,
You can't.
all that shit, like, okay, cool. All that shit is out the window when I fucking unzip my fucking pants, let my nuts hang out of the fucking zipper, and drag them down the fucking field 98 yards. What should have been 98 yards, and the motherfucker can't catch the ball when you're fucking wide open in front of the end zone for a walk-off.
It's just hard for someone to tell me that you lose a game in the first half of a whole entire football game in the first half where you only go down 4 points that loses the game.
Have you ever like been watching a football or a basketball game and something major happens and the commentators say, if this team loses this football game, we're going to come back to this moment. We're going to go back directly to
Yeah,
this
it's
moment.
usually not before halftime.
We're going to think, no, that's not true. That's not true.
You asked me. I'm telling
not
you,
true.
it's usually not before halftime.
Yeah, that's just not true.
Unless it's an
That's not the
injury.
case.
Unless it's an injury. Not down
think-
4 fucking points.
I think that play changed the dynamic of the game. And yes, obviously there's a lot of things that you can go look at and say, if we get this block better, if we catch the football here, like, yes, I understand that. Like, I understand that it's like a compound type thing when a team loses a football game. But I'm saying that for me personally, that is what changed the whole trajectory and dynamic of the game.
Well, I'm glad it's for you personally.
There's a
Thank you
major
for-
difference. There's a major difference, and you can be a smart ass if you want.
I'm just
but
saying
it's
that
facts.
makes more sense.
It's okay, cool. It's a major difference, and you going into halftime up 3 and down 4. There's a major difference in that, especially when you have to kick the ball back off to them. There's a major difference in that. For me, that's why I said for me. And this is why I didn't even want to dive into this shit. I told Rod that I wasn't even going to say this shit on the podcast because I knew how it was going to go. It's going to make it seem like JJ is a hater. For me personally,
Well,
that's
at
what
least you
changed
know.
the game. That's what
At least
changed
you know how you come across.
And
you do be
to be
hating.
quite frank, I'm not going to say that the nigga didn't let his cock hang on that last drive. And I'm not going to say that we have to make that catch. That's 100% a fact. But again, if you don't turn the football over, then guess what? I don't believe that you're in that position.
It's just baffling because even after they turned the football over, they came back out, or when is this?
Go step by step.
They came back out.
Go
That's
step
what
by step.
That's what I'm doing.
They scored a touchdown. That's number one.
Yes, they scored a touchdown.
cool.
Went up 10-14. That's obvious. We just discussed that. They came back out of half, missed a field goal, right?
I don't know. You have
Missed a
the
field
right in
goal,
front of you.
and then we went and scored a touchdown. So I don't understand. We went back up 16-14. So I don't understand, like,
You want me to tell you how?
it doesn't
you want
make
me
sense.
to tell you how? Because if you score that touchdown, if you get that stop out of half, you're up 3 going into half. You get that stop and you go score a touchdown, you're up by 10 points. And that offense that I saw from the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday is not scoring 10 points in 16 or 17 minutes. So that's how. That's how.
Or you
because
just
the
don't go-
trajectory changes.
Or you just don't go back out and give up a fucking touchdown. Like, it's very simple. Like, you still went up in the game after he threw the pick.
Okay.
Like, you still went up 16-14.
Okay.
So you're still up.
All right. You can. It's a big difference in you being up.
I would
3
be-
and being down 4 at halftime.
I would 100% be more inclined to like see from your perspective and like, you know, kind of agree
if the
with
drop
you.
didn't happen.
No, even if the drop is from Adam Thielen, but like the drop is from somebody who's been fucking dropping passes over and over and over. We saw him drop a pass on that same fucking drive, like 4 plays prior to when he dropped the fucking game-winning one. We saw him drop the pass in the third quarter. Like I saw Xavier Legette drop so many fucking passes in the last 3 weeks that it blows my fucking mind that this team traded up one spot to even go get him because they were in fear of somebody jumping them to take him. I borderline
Like I
about want to
said
say
Friday-
like fucking have him.
Like I said Friday, you can say that for damn near every receiver that was taken in that little 10-pick window. Every single one. Keon ain't on shit. AD ain't on
I mean,
shit.
Keon's
Xavier ain't on
been
shit.
hurt.
Yeah, he's not on shit.
But he hasn't had a drop problem.
He ain't on shit.
I know that. I know Keon, when
like
he
to pull
has
up
been
his
playing, he
stats?
hasn't had a drop problem.
Would you like to pull up the stats?
Pull it up.
Keon is like wide receiver 4 on that team.
When I watch Xavier Legette play, I see a lot of Quentin Johnston. That is not fucking good. That is not a good thing.
It's just nasty, bro. He's dropped like
no, that's so
unserious.
serious. No,
unserious.
that's extremely serious. Because I watched I watched Quentin drop like fucking 3 passes in a row the week before on like what was it, Sunday night, Monday night, whenever the fuck they played. And then I gotta watch Xavier Legette do the same fucking thing.
at this point, you just can't mask it. And I just have very little to say because I've been saying it all year, and everybody just acts like they didn't see it or want to put a shadow over or like it wasn't a big deal. But unfortunately, it is a big deal because right now you're the X receiver. Right now you got picked in the first round. So, I mean, it's like you got a quarterback who's coming off a struggling season, who got benched earlier in the year. So you need to be able to catch those passes, unfortunately. Like, that's what we took you for. You have to catch those fucking passes because you know what happens? Then you're going to have a quarterback who's not going to be trusting you anymore because when you get in positions to make those plays, you don't fucking do it. So, I mean, and it just puts your team in a bind. It just puts them in a bad situation, especially when you do it week in and week out on a world stage. He did it against KC. He did it against the Bucks the other week when he dropped the shit on the fucking fade route, and then we still ended up scoring. But he's done the shit so many times that it's like at some point, like, y'all got to stop letting him escape blame. Like, it's really getting fucking pathetic to watch. Like, I'm not going to lie. This shit is fucking frustrating, and it makes me want to put my head through a fucking wall.
In the same way that Bryce was held accountable by getting benched, when he had piss poor play and piss poor performance, that he got pulled and went to sit down for weeks. X, go sit down. You gotta go. You gotta go sit down.
At a certain
It's
point,
accountability. It's an accountability thing. You gotta go sit the fuck down. Your one job is to catch the fucking ball, and you're not doing it.
Then,
I don't care how wide open. I don't care
bro.
how many routes you win. I don't care what you do. If you're not catching the ball, what are you doing?
Okay, that's perfect, bro. That's fine. I receive all of that. So you go bench him, and then you do what? You go roll who out? Devin Tompkins?
Coker's coming back. Adam Thielen's already back healthy. David Moore has
who's
proven serviceable. Coker.
Okay.
Is Coker not like 6'4", 6'5"?
No, absolutely not. Not even.
How tall is
remotely
Jalen
close.
Coker?
5'9", 5'10".
No, he's not. No, he's not, bro.
I don't know.
He is not that short.
He's not 6'5", but at the same time, I mean, it's
Jalen
like
Coker's like 6'1", 6'2".
I just get tired of you pointing to your chest saying my bad. I get so fucking tired of that, bro. How many times are we gonna my bad every week? Like, it's pathetic. Grow up, bro.
He's 6'1".
Grow up. There you go. There's your ex.
He's not 6'4", 6'5", though.
I mean,
That's
6'1". I mean,
that's
all right, I might have
significantly
guessed it. I thought he looked a little taller when he was on the field. He got long ass arms, bro. He looks taller than he is.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to that, bro. It comes down to that. We don't want to talk about the interception, so we won't talk about the interception. It comes down to missed opportunities. So whatever you want to put in that box. For me personally, I put an interception before halftime up 3 in that box. They don't want to do that. I'm sure a lot of y'all don't want to do that. I know Dylan is probably watching fucking Punch in the Air right now because, you know, Bryce's penis is lodged so far down his throat. Like, it's like ungodly. But, you know, I digress. So I know a lot of y'all probably feel the same way. It you know, my thing is missed opportunities. I don't give a fuck if my mama was back there behind center and she threw a fucking pick before the first half ended and we're up 3 points. She's gonna get word from me on this podcast. That's just very, very simple. That's who I am. Y'all can shit on me. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. If y'all want me to be the face for the Bryce Hater Club, then I'll be that. It's no problem. I mean, I feel like I've given him his credit ad nauseum on every single thing that we've done, every piece of content that we've done. That the last drive of the game, would have been spectacular, phenomenal if we have niggas on the outside that can catch the football, you know. So
put a name to it. You put the name to Bryce with the interception. Put a name to it.
Why do I need to? I didn't say Bryce's name actually on the interception. I never said his name.
You said I'll be the lead for the Bryce Hater
I never
Club
said the name.
if it's comes to throwing the
I just
interception.
said it.
You already deemed yourself as that like fucking 10 weeks ago.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
No,
did.
I
You was
didn't.
like, I know most of y'all would say I'm part of the Bryce Hater train and I lead it, and I would say the same thing. Like, nigga, you already told us that.
Well, I'm cheering for the nigga. Every single Sunday that he rolls out and that he's the starting quarterback of the Carolina Panthers, I'm cheering for him to be successful.
Yeah. What did J. Cole say? The hate in your heart can't stop your soul from vibing with it. Yeah, that's what Bryce is doing to you right now.
I mean, that's what I said. I said that every single week he rolls out, he makes it more and more difficult for me to, shit on him. So I give him credit. He's been playing phenomenal football. He went toe-to-toe with Jalen Hurts. He went toe-to-toe with Baker Mayfield. He went toe-to-toe with Patrick Mahomes. And he put Daniel Jones in the backwood. So,
The guy you wanted.
Hey,
That was too much.
because I try and do right and I try and do good, bro. And I try and admit when I said something wrong. But then we got a nigga like you that sits beside me every fucking week and you try and paint these false narratives and you know that they take them and run with them. You know that they take them and run with them. And it's very, very frustrating. I never said at any point that I wanted Daniel Jones. That never came out of my mouth. Ever. I asked a simple question that has yet to be answered 5 weeks past when I proposed the question.
We damn near might have to roll the clip because I don't even know.
Roll it. I asked a question. Give me 3 reasons why the Carolina Panthers, 3 objective reasons why the Carolina Panthers wouldn't go get Daniel Jones. Nobody has done it for me yet. Not one person. Tavian's about to lose his mind right now. The Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I was about to say, your boy, your $34 million receiver just got a fucking seatbelt put on him on 3rd down and dropped a fucking pass.
Yeah, I mean, he's injury prone too. Y'all want to go there next? What the Carolina Panthers need to do this offseason?
Yeah, thanks, XL. Thanks. Now we can't even go in the draft and do what we were supposed to. Congratulations.
I think you still do. You have 2 picks in the 4th and 3 in the 5th. You go get a receiver then. And even if you don't want to go get a receiver, then you can go get a receiver in the 3rd, which I'm fine with. But the problem is, I wouldn't be saying thanks XL. I would be saying thanks to the front office for drafting a running back coming off a torn ACL just for him to tear it again.
And for reaching and drafting a wide receiver who had 1 good year of production in college.
Oh, fair enough. I think you still have to go defense rounds 1 and 2. That for me is what you have to do. You go defense round 1 and 2, rounds 3 through 7. At that point, just make the right decision. I don't care what you do. You can go running back, you can go wide receiver, you can go plethora of things, but we're gonna have to build. I will say that we do have some blocks to build off of. We do. We have some blocks to build off of.
What if you go? Because honestly, I haven't done a lot of research on the draft
Prospects.
and shit. Yeah,
I haven't either.
But one that I do know in particular is the Arizona kid. So I mean, if you get in position, because I was
the wide receiver,
McMillan.
Yes,
yeah.
Lord.
Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff today that says it's probably going to be us and the Patriots, like in that position to draft him. If he hits the board, if he's on the board when you draft, what do you do?
When? What round?
He's going in the 1st. He will be probably the 1st receiver off the board.
2nd.
Who?
Travis.
Yeah,
he's
but
not a receiver.
yeah, I'm not even going to give
He's not
you
a
that.
receiver.
Yeah.
Fair.
He'll be drafted as a cornerback. They may stroke his ego and say cornerback / wide receiver on that damn podium.
They will.
But
He's
will
getting
because
drafted
Prime
as
is
a
gonna
corner.
but he will be a cornerback 100%.
And so I think bro will be the first true receiver.
I've seen a lot. I've
You
seen a lot of
can't.
projections with y'all getting the edge rusher from Tennessee, who was coming into the year was supposed to be the best edge rusher in the league.
Yeah, I'll just have to go look at his tape.
Yeah,
'cause
all
I
I've
don't-
been seeing is Mason Graham and Abdul Carter. Those are the only names that I've been seeing.
Abdul Carter. That's
Penn State.
Penn State, the
okay,
edge from
the
Penn State.
edge, the Michael Parsons, the kid they keep comparing to Micah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all I've been seeing. Those 2 names and bro from Arizona. But when I see his name, they act like he's going to be drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round.
He won't make it that far. I'm damn near willing to bet money on that. He won't make it that far. Because if we don't get him, I don't know what our draft order is going to be, but if the Patriots aren't able to get Travis Hunter, they're going to get him for sure.
I don't think that he'll be allowed to go to New England.
Trav?
Yeah.
Oh, he might not, but
I think bro is setting that shit up for them to go to Vegas and New York. Shiloh and Shador to Vegas and New York for Travis. Speaking of New York, Juan Soto is a bitch. Perfect segue there. That's how my night ended. I get over my sickness from, watching the Carolina Panthers fold, get another game away for more than one reason. I'll say that. Just, for more than
but one that
reason.
we can really, that the whole world seen.
I see them fold the game away. I try and go to bed early. I have work, cool, trying to get my mind right, my mental right. Breaking news, 10:05 p.m. Juan Soto signs with the Mets. 15 years, $765 million. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Pay him his.
And to
take
be
that
quite
bullshit
frank,
year off the contract.
and to be quite frank, if Yankees fans allow that nigga to walk through New York City confidently and comfortably, I got to look at y'all. The ones that live in New York City. Simple. Fuck him. He wants to go to the little brother. Cool. So now you're going to – I can't even say what's going to happen to you. Cool. No problem.
That was a hell of a game yesterday, though, the Panthers game. That was so much fun. I'm not going to lie. You see where that TV is right there? That's where I dropped to my knees. I walked out the room and dropped right there. I couldn't believe it, boy. That shit was sick.
I would get locked up if they heard the shit I said about XL.
You still been on that.
I'm not-
You've been on that for the last 28, 29 hours.
I mean, that's all I see over my fucking social media. Literally every major network I turn to, every fucking show I watch today, they're discussing it. And it just makes my blood boil.
Yeah, I think Dollar Bill should have bucked him after that one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew he didn't catch it as soon as he got up.
Yeah, because he looked like he had too
didn't
many
catch it.
question marks.
Yeah, he
Shit,
looked like
I
he
was
didn't
just
catch
like, nigga, I
But
mean, you ain't caught nothing all damn season. I was supposed to believe you caught that shit.
They were in the locker room and they asked him, about the last catch. He said he thought he caught it until he saw the review. To be honest, I think that's not truthful.
Yeah, me neither. So now you're a liar. And that's just going to piss me off because now you're a liar.
Because
Okay.
he said that, and to be quite frank, I don't think that there was at any point he believed he caught that ball. He said he didn't know until they reviewed it.
I know
that's
he
not
did
true.
just catch it.
CD.
Cuddy.
Oh. He's not on your team though.
Cooper Rushes.
We're in probably the midst of our best fantasy football season yet. We have a couple of people on this podcast that need to win to get in. Mm-hmm. One person that was eliminated because they had the toughest schedule. The toughest remaining 4 games of anybody in the fucking league. So, but phenomenal year. Shout out to God's Fantasy. I know a lot of y'all watch too. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
I just want you to know, I rolled into this week down 2 quarterbacks, down my number 1 receiver, down my number 1 running back. Still about to pull out a fucking win.
Don't
And
get too far ahead of
I
yourself.
rolled into this week down both of my number 1 running backs. My number 1 tight end still put off a win.
In
Just to not make the
16-man
playoffs.
league,
We'll see.
16-man league.
Rube getting clipped, Jake getting clipped, Zach getting clipped.
That is true.
So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, y'all are fucking pussy because I know y'all listen.
It'll
Y'all are
get a
fucking
lot.
pussy.
It's going to get very interesting come 11:15 tonight. It'll be a very, very interesting tonight being Monday night when we record for the viewers that have no idea what we're talking about.
I think that's a perfect segue into our juice segment. Since
Sure.
we're talking about gambling.
Sure, why not? I'm just letting everybody know I've officially retired from gambling. My juice tickets are solely for the juice segment of our show. I'm still winless. I haven't won one ticket. And literally, this has been 13 weeks of the NFL year. We started juice probably over the summer, maybe even a little before that. It's been about 25 to 27 weeks where I haven't won a juice ticket.
Bro, this promo that they got here is crazy.
What?
To catch a pass,
Let me see.
get a 2.
I gotta hold it, bro. My eyes ain't the best, and I don't have my regular glasses on right now.
I didn't read the details, but that's the first thing I seen. To catch a pass,
Yeah, that's OD.
if that's actually
That
true.
doesn't make any sense, but you should claim that.
It's a promo.
Here we go. We'll start with Dylan this week. He has the Carolina Panthers. Ticket is plus 797. He has the Carolina Panthers minus 1.5 over in that same game. Chiefs money line, Bengals money line, and Broncos money line. Very, very simple. Carolina minus 1.5, 42.5 over in that game. Chiefs, Bengals, Broncos money line plus 797. Very simple. Very simple. It should be very easy. Dylan has been hot this whole time we've been doing this shit. But nobody has been hotter than Terrence that I know.
But
except for maybe Wiz.
I'm walking them down, though.
You are walking them down. I will give you credit for that. You are walking them down. Because he won. Did he win last week?
I don't think he
Or
did.
this past?
I think Terrence is 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Back-to-back weeks. Yeah. It's 5-3,
and I ain't got a
5-3,
fucking
2-0.
notification yet to my phone. I ain't heard no coins dropping my shit. But
I think there's a penny on the counter over
That's
there if you want it.
What does that mean?
perfect timing for you to go ahead and do your shit.
All right, so I got a 6-leg plus 918. I got the Commanders against New Orleans. I got Cincinnati against Tennessee. Kansas City against Cleveland. They're always going to find a win because there's some dark magic going on in that town. I got Detroit against Buffalo. Green Bay against Seattle. Arizona against New England. Very simple, very simple. 6-leg plus 918. Lock it in because I've been hot as fish grease. And I'm talking about on juice and in real life.
Yes, I will say that if you were to ever tell one of us, ever, the time to tell somebody right now is right now.
And
Tell Terrence.
all the air is gone. That nigga's about to miss the next 3 tickets. So gassed them. That's how it always happens.
Maybe.
As soon as they started gassing Trig, miss. I got
He
kicked
just
out the
don't-
chat
he
because I
just
stopped. He made me miss so much I got kicked out because I stopped responding in that motherfucker.
Or he just don't send the winning ones.
It's not just him. Yak is the same way. I seen the bullshit you pulled this weekend, fuck nigga. I seen it. That's why I said something too.
If you're gonna,
Between you and Rod, niggas keep sending all this green, and I ain't seen not nail one that was built before 1 o'clock p.m.
Rod is a crazy one too because that nigga used to be on our fucking dicks about betting, and now that
He's addicted.
motherfucker bets all the
What
fucking
did bro say
time, boy.
in Wolf of Wall Street? Because they're fucking addicted. Yeah, he's addicted. He has a problem. He needs help, actually.
Yeah,
Plus 1175.
fade it.
Four leg play. Plus 1175. This is very simple. If it can't hit, then I'm just fucked. I'm fried. Over 43 points, Saints and Commanders. Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 3 against the Chargers. I don't know who made that line. I guess they think Tampa is pussy. Carolina money line and Rams plus 2.5 against San Francisco. Very simple. 4 legs. Again, plus 2.5 Rams. Carolina money line. Tampa Bay plus 3. And over 43 in the Saints and Commanders game.
If that shit was very simple, it wouldn't be plus 1175. But
That just means that Vegas is about to pull some fuck shit. That's what that tells me. And it's just so funny that I see on Saturday night, or not even Saturday night, I think this may have been Friday evening, that a better placed $3.1 million on the Eagles. I just, for the life of me, can't understand why Vegas just didn't fuck him on our behalf. But
they almost did. I know his asshole was tight.
oh, God. And to be honest, the play might have been in place. Shout out Xavier Legette. Go ahead with your juice ticket for me, sir.
Yeah, I'm coming in with a light one. You know, a nice little slider, plus 597. We got the Washington
why waste
Commanders.
our time?
We got the Washington Commanders money line, Cincinnati Bengals money line, Tampa Bay Buccaneers money line, and the Green Bay Packers money line. Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
He trying to catch up with me. That's why.
What does the
Can't let him get
leaderboard
too
look
far
like?
ahead. 5-3-2 goose egg. 5. Dylan is currently holding our lead with our FPFO team competition with 5 total wins on the season on our juice. Terrence is at 3 wins with 2 of the 3 coming in the last 2 weeks. I am at 2 wins with 1 of the 2 coming in the last 2 weeks. And you are at a pumpkin, and it was a turkey, and now it's a Santa Claus face. Nice little zero. Festive.
Fuck you and Dylan.
It's crazy. He changed the emoji according to the
I didn't even notice it because I didn't even look at the shit. But
Very clever.
guess
Very
y'all niggas
clever.
got a kick out of it. Guess it made y'all's fucking cops jump. So, I guess we have like 15 more minutes. Let me go see PFF grades.
XL is sorry, bro.
Give it up, bro. Give it up. Give it up. Give
Just
it
tired
up.
of seeing it.
Give it up. Highest graded Panthers in Week 14 versus the Eagles. Adam Thielen, 88.2. Adam Thielen.
That's Dylan Ben, right?
No,
Legend.
he's not right.
Panther-
Because that to me is just
Viewers.
That to me is just dumb.
I pose this question to the viewers,
Hold
bro.
on.
I want to pose this question to the viewers. Comment down below. Is
We'll run a
Adam
poll.
Thielen a Panthers legend?
Shit is like it damn near like hits my eardrum and just sounds like, I mean, I don't even know. Like this shit is just dumb as hell, bro. But we'll run a poll. And we'll see. I'm almost under the belief that if we run a poll on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, the total like the final tally would be fucking 90% no and 10% yes. And the 10%, I'm not even going to say what demographic it will be a part of. But, you know, you have a little bit in you as well. That's why you kind of go for that shit. So, you know, yeah. But I do apologize. But Adam Thielen, I do apologize because I was on that Spaces over the bye week talking crazy about you. My bad. I still don't know. I still challenge if you want to be in Charlotte or not. I still have questions about that.
There's been a lot of stuff happening making you eat your words lately.
You know, sometimes you have to just deal with it. It's what do I always say? Heavy is the crown. When you come in front of like Jake told us a couple weeks ago, when you come in front of a microphone and you produce high quality content every single week,
Don't.
for years and years at a time, it's a possibility that you're gonna have to eat your words on some pieces. It is. So what are you referring to? The Jonathan Brooks shit, the Bryce Young shit. What else? That's it.
XL is ass.
I'm
Can't
not
catch.
gonna say that.
He
bro.
can't
I'm
catch.
not gonna say
Okay, that might be too far. He can't catch though.
because he gets open.
That makes
So
him
he's not
ass.
ass.
He can't catch.
He just catches with his body. It's not that he
That
can't
means he
catch.
can't catch.
He just catches with his
If
body.
you find a receiver that catches with their body, they can't catch. It's just very fucking simple. It's literally so simple.
I don't know if I agree with that. I
They
think
can't.
that's would you like to place our first wager of our 2025 season?
Not until the.
No, I want to do it right now. Don't tell me not until shit. I want to do
No,
it right
not
now.
until you. Are you going to honor all of our wages that we placed this season? Because you've already. Hey, chat. He's already been backing out of
Which
all
one,
of the-
which ones am I backing out of?
Adam Thielen.
No, I'm not.
versus-
I'll tell you what I'm backing out of. I'll tell you.
You shouldn't be backing out of
No, I'm
any
going to
bets,
tell you.
bro.
I'm going to tell you. I'm
It's
going to tell
sad.
you.
So no, I don't want to place a wager.
I'm going to tell you. Tavian, just make sure you have my $50 too when we come on the set next week. Because your ass is in here.
$50 for what?
Panthers versus Cowboys. It's in my note, nigga. So there's no point in you even disputing it.
Did
'Cause
you
you know
even
I don't
fucking
even
place
play.
a bet this season? Because you
You
were
know
so
the-
pussy. Or did you just add that shit in last week?
8 wins. I need that. I see his shit. Deontay Johnson 1,000 yards. $100. I need that. Deontay Johnson's
You seen
10
too much.
touchdowns. $75. I need all of that. I need all of that.
I'm gonna
Christmas
tell you
time
what
coming
I'm not
up.
paying. Let me tell you what I'm not paying. I'm not paying Dylan his money for Jonathan Mingo. Like I'm just not doing that shit. I'm not paying anything that has Jonathan Mingo's name attached to it. I'm not paying. So Terrence, I'm not paying you your money for Thielen versus Mingo. I'm not paying that. And Dylan, I'm not paying you for Jonathan Mingo over 424 yards. I'm not paying that shit. But
Damn, that's all he had to do?
Yeah, he's sorry as hell. He's sorry. You want to talk about sorry? He's sorry as shit.
So all of my shit with Deontay Johnson that gets paid out.
And honestly, I almost don't want to respect that either. But
Nigga, what? Why? He's on the team with a better quarterback, and he still can't get the job done.
yeah, I'll pay it. I'll pay it.
All right, so now what's our wager with XL? Because I don't want the guy to fail. I'm just telling you he can't catch. And that has to be better in the
I'm under the
offseason.
belief, actually, I know for a fact he'll go over a band next year.
I mean,
So it's whatever you want to do.
I'm
I'm
not
saying that with not knowing who we draft, not knowing free agent, none of that. I know he'll go over a band next year.
I want to move it up.
You want to move it up? The fuck? You just said the nigga couldn't catch. Which one is it?
He can't catch. Two things can still be true. He can have a lot of body catches for a fucking 1,000 yards. He can't catch. You know this. Anybody that relies on catching their body the whole time, they can't really catch.
So you don't.
They're not a sure catcher of the pass or of the ball.
You should bet on his drops. That's
Yeah.
what I would bet on. Over under 6.5
for the whole year.
Yeah.
Nigga done dropped 6 passes this past Sunday.
Yeah.
And man, you're smoking crack.
And he's supposed to be good though. He gonna get better, right? Aren't we about to put in GoFundMe for a jugs machine for him? Send it right to that house. And if you don't want to take it, launch them bitches right at Dollar Bill.
That's crazy. That's crazy. He was like low key about to cry in the locker room too.
As he should.
Yeah.
But Bryce was called a little bitch ass boy for about to cry. So, dude, had the same energy, bro.
Because it's just the way you look.
Oh, wow.
It's just the way you look. When you go on the podium, bro, don't even get me started, bro. Because that's why part of the reason why they think I'm a hater. Because, and to be honest, even with, like, I just want y'all to go listen. Because niggas will paint narratives. They'll paint narratives. Oh, my God, they'll paint narratives. Go listen to Bryce Young week 1, week 2, 2024. Go listen to Bryce Young week 10, week 9, week 8, week 15, 2023. And then go listen to Bryce Young week, 14, 2024. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. Have some fucking bass in your voice. Wear the shit on your chin.
Tell XL to do the same thing.
He did.
Stop. Nigga, we know you drop. We know it's your fault. You ain't got to tell us. The whole world seen it. You've been dropping them the past 5 weeks. We know. Thank you.
So that's the hill you want to die on?
Thank you.
XL's ass?
No, I'm just telling them.
No, XL is ass. Is that a miss? Is that a miss?
I just said.
Is that a miss, yes or no?
I literally just said 2 minutes ago, I was like, he's not ass. He just can't catch. He's not a sure
And
catcher.
he said, he added his fucking 2 cents in. And he said, if you're a receiver and you can't catch, then you're ass. So I'm asking you again, is he ass? I want you to stand on it. Same way I came in here and died on the hill that Bryce Young was dog shit. And I got to eat it and I just got to live with it.
No, what I'm saying is.
Now niggas get the stutter.
I done told you. I just said it 2 minutes ago. I don't think he's ass. I think the drop problem is fixable if he works to fix it in the offseason. But he's not a sure catcher of the ball because all he does is catches with his body. And you know what happens when you're playing a game of football or any game or any sport, when the game guys know you're fucking nervous, every time they're going to hit you with one. So they know he don't want to catch the fucking ball. Every time he gets in a situation where he has to catch the ball, he fucks off. Because he's scared and he can't catch. So simple. Get better in the offseason. We'll holler at you next year.
I think he's fucking ass. I'll stand on it.
Yeah,
I think he's fucking garbage.
Like, I've been struggling not to say this
see
word
no difference
multiple
between
times.
him and TMJ and and Jonathan Mingo. I see no difference between the three of them. All of them
I think
big body, athletic freaks
so
who can't fucking catch.
Neither one of them niggas could get open the way XL does. It's literally gonna take one. It's gonna take literally one off season, and that shit is going to be fixed so easily.
Xavier Legette,
it's gonna be fixed so easily.
The producer of For Panthers Fans Only, thinks you are fucking dog shit and unworthy of your first round status. Dylan, you timestamp that and save it for later.
I think that's very disrespectful. I think it's very disrespectful. I really do. Maybe it's just what do you say?
I fuck with you as a person, though.
Infatuated with mediocrity. That's what you like to say as it pertains to the Panthers fans.
Yeah,
so
y'all
maybe
are.
that is. Maybe that's okay. All I know is the nigga wins, and I haven't seen a nigga win at the rate that he wins in a long time.
Brother, I fuck with you as a person. I love the whole
Turn on
cowboy.
that all 22.
I love the whole cowboy swagger. I love it. I love everything. You're fucking ass. You
But
can't catch.
what's
That's
really
just
the
not-
what's
that's
really
just
the
dumb.
purpose?
Your
It's
hands are
dumb.
fucking horrible. Your hands are. You
Say
have
that. Say
your
that. Don't
hands
say
are
he's
fucking-
ass.
Your ass.
He-
Yes,
he-
you
he
are.
wins-
You are a
he
fucking
wins-
wide receiver
listen
in
to
the
me.
NFL. Your
Listen to
job
me.
is to catch, and you
You're
can't
gonna make
catch
me
the
angry,
fucking
bro.
football.
He's gonna make me hot.
You
and
cannot
I've
catch
done
the
a great
football.
job
You
today.
are fucking ass.
That, bro.
You
cannot
are
say
the
somebody
reason
is
they
ass.
lost the game to the Philadelphia Eagles. You are fucking ass. You were 20 yards open and dropped the fucking ball. You are
Can't
fucking
say
ass.
somebody's ass if they win at an ungodly clip.
I
And
don't
they
care.
do that
I
in
don't
the
care
league
what you
with
win at. I don't
elite
care what your
talent
win
in
rate
his
is.
position, and he's doing that as a
What
rookie.
does that matter if you can't catch the fucking ball?
That's my question.
I don't care how open you are. That shit's gonna piss me off more. The fact that you're wide fucking open and dropping it. If you were dropping contested catches, okay, cool. Contested, get a little bit stronger in the offseason, get your hands right, yada yada. Bitch, you're dropping them wide open. You're dropping them wide fucking open.
And this is what I told Tavian. The one that Darius Slay, quote unquote, broke up. Like,
told me.
huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, I was telling you, yeah. The reason that he broke it up so easily is because he caught it with his body. But if you extend your hands and catch the ball with your hands at the highest point, then it's kind of hard for him to break that pass up when he's hitting you in your body. So, I mean, it's the little things. It's the little things that turn into big things that can be corrected, but he has to want that shit to happen. That shit that Chuba did in the offseason, in the previous seasons before, XL needs to take on that same kind of work ethic. He has to want that shit to happen, because if not, then we're going to see the same repeat of next year. Just a receiver that wins, they can't catch.
Taylor Moton, 79.2. Adam Thielen, again, was 88.2. Highest graded Carolina Panther on Sunday. Robert Hunt, 76.4. Love to see it. Ikem Ekwonu, 71.9. Love to see it. Damian Lewis, 69.1. Love to see it. I mean, the fact that we fix our offensive line in one offseason gives me hope. That's what I put that on. And to be honest, I'm going to give this front office credit because I don't think they completely fucked off. They feel how they feel about Xavier Legette, but I just think that if you put a receiver out there that can win at the efficiency and the clip that he wins, we can talk about fucking drops until we're blue in the face, and that's okay. I get it. Cool.
What's
whatever,
okay?
Whatever. That we have the conversation.
Okay.
I wasn't talking about. Why did you look like you want to smack me if I said
Because
what the fuck is wrong with you,
nigga, if you're saying the drops are okay, then you're the fucking problem. It's weird.
I wasn't saying.
That's why I asked you.
I wasn't saying that at all. I wasn't saying that at all, buddy. I was just saying it's okay that we have the conversation. I don't think that in year 2, 3, 4, 5, it's funny as fuck that we give Bryce Young a fucking year and 8 fucking games to do anything.
I'm so happy you said that.
And then, everybody else just, he's ass. But cool. But Bryce, we can fucking jack him off.
You didn't do
We
that,
can
though.
give him an applesauce cup if he like. If he wants graham crackers and fucking apple juice, we can give him that as well. Because, y'all handle him with baby gloves. So cool.
You
That's why I
didn't.
told my
You
pops
didn't. You
yesterday
didn't
when we
do
were watching the
that.
game.
You didn't do that though. You never gave Bryce any kind of grace. You slandered his name any chance you
Well, that's
fucking
not
got.
true. That's not true.
That is true.
That's not
That
true.
is true. And
From
Dylan even just.
from May 2024 all the way through September 2024, I was extremely apologetic for my takes. I told y'all that he was going to be. I told y'all that his game was going to improve significantly in this new system. All of that was said, and all of it is documented on wax. We don't have
Until
to go back and forth
because
about
you
it.
seen him without pads.
And
You
then
seen him
when
without
he
pads.
because I saw him in pads. I saw him in pads against the Jets. I saw him in pads a couple of times against our defense, and he was shredding niggas.
Where
So
he just
cool.
couldn't get hit. Okay, cool. But then you proceeded to take the same stance again right before he got benched. And so
Was I right in that?
It's unfair.
because you were taking the same stance too. We're not going to lie to our
I
viewers.
said that he needed to be benched because he's not.
You said he
going-
was ass.
Yeah, at that time he was ass. But I didn't slander him the way you slandered him since he came into the fucking building. Like, you literally shit on him week in and week out since he came into the building.
Why?
And now you want
I
to
said he couldn't be a
and now-
leader.
and
that was a fact. That was a proven fact. That was proven when they went into the locker room after the Chiefs game and niggas were like giving him a fucking blowy. literally for a post-game speech after a loss.
Bro,
that to me was a proof.
I don't need
that
you.
Was a proof
I don't
of fact.
need you
Like,
to.
they were on hands and knees, bro.
I don't
Robert
need
Hunt
you to.
and fucking Damian Lewis and everybody else niggas talking about want to do this and that. Cool. So the nigga wasn't a leader up until that.
I don't
point.
need you. I don't need you to explain everything. But the moral of the story is, you slandered the nigga name. You said he would never be a good quarterback in the NFL. He'd never be a good quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. He's ass. He's not a leader of men. But what you quoted it with, it'll be in everyone's best interest if he works out, even though he's fucking dog shit.
I didn't say that he would be. I didn't say he was going to be an ass NFL quarterback.
Yeah, you said all of that.
I said that his time as a Panthers quarterback might be over.
No, you didn't say might be. You didn't say might be. You said you never wanted to see that nigga in the Carolina Panthers uniform again. And you said that he would be ass. So cool. You said all of that shit. And another thing that I would say, I'm not giving XL the same thing, the same escape, because when quarterback is damn near the hardest position to play out of any fucking sport across the fucking world, quarterback being the most difficult. Like, I'm not, unfortunately, XL. That is fucking true.
Get in a batter's box and tell me that shit is more difficult.
That is fucking true.
Get in a batter's box and tell me it's more difficult.
Okay, cool.
Niggas just like making that fucking jack off.
Okay, cool. Get in a batter box and tell me that's more difficult. Okay, cool. I'll let you get that off.
Cool.
Get at fucking quarterback and get at receiver and tell me which one is most difficult. It's very fucking simple. He can't fucking catch. So, no, I'm not giving him that escape. No, it's just not going to fucking happen. Catch the ball. It's simple as that. You win at a...
You keep pressing me like I dropped the bitch. I ain't dropping that. I wouldn't have dropped the
Because you keep
want to
defending.
defend him.
The same shit you did with Chuba. You love defending fucking sorry-ass play, but will shit on Bryce in a fucking quick-ass second when he fucks up. Just like you said the whole game was his fault on an interception.
I didn't say the whole game. I didn't say the whole game was his fault. I said that's where I believe we lost.
But then it damn near seems like your fucking mouth is taped shut when we're like, well, what about XL? You damn near didn't even want to say his name. Didn't even want to say his name. Tavian had to tell you, say his name. Bro, why I gotta say his name? Like,
I didn't say Bryce's
shit.
name.
Like, fuck.
I didn't say Bryce's name.
Same thing with Chuba. Well, so, I mean, you love that shit unless it pertains to Bryce.
The thing about it is, before you get to that point, we go back and we look at Tampa Bay. We have the touchdown that wasn't a touchdown, where I said, niggas got upset with me because I said Adam Thielen catch the fucking ball the first time. And, okay, go ahead. Go do what you need to do, nigga. I say Adam Thielen catch the ball the first time.
Which it was a catch.
Hold on, excuse me. Then he comes out of his own mouth and says, I guess I could have caught it the first time, but I still thought it was a catch. But he said, so the nigga proves me right, but we don't talk about that. I said catch the ball the first time. I said make the fucking field goals, Eddie Pinero. Eddie Pinero, I'm done with your ass too, nigga. Now that your name came up in my brain, I'm done with the nigga. If Uncle Don says it, never mind. Never mind. Let me chill.
What did Eddie Pinero do?
What did he do? Did he miss another field goal yesterday? Sunday?
Unfortunately, he did.
Okay, cool. So what is he fucking worth? If you can't do your job, you want to talk about some shit that's easy? You want to talk about a receiver catching the ball, all you do is all practice is fucking jerk your cock or you kick a field goal. That's all you have to do is kick the football, and that's what we do. That's what we're stuck with. You missing PATs, and you missing field goals, and you missing opportunities.
Well, cool. I just say you hold Eddie Pinero to the fire. You hold all of these other players who are fucking up to the fire. The same way you held Bryce to the fire and still hold him to the fire till this day. You hold the rest of the players to the fire. That's all.
It's different. That's
all.
Like you said, it's the most difficult position.
Now you want to use it.
We gave you the keys to the city. We gave you the keys to the franchise. You're held to a different standard.
XL, we traded up to draft you in the fucking first.
We moved up one pick. We moved up one pick and it cost us nothing.
We traded up to draft you in the first round. We took you knowing you only had one good season of college football under your belt. We drafted you to your hometown because you were a fucking hometown guy because we love feel-good stories. Do your fucking job. Simple.
Player of the game. I have nothing else to say. I don't know why is that so funny. Just answer. Player of the game. I can't wait to see what we do to Dallas next week. He doing all this jumping up and down behind that camera right now. Oh my God.
I'll probably say Chuba But I really want to go Bryce for real. But no, actually, I'm gonna go Adam Thielen. Because he put on a show once again.
Yeah, I don't even know why Bryce even came up. Because, I mean, Tavian?
He would have been a player of the game if somebody ain't dick him off.
Bryce.
Figures. Josie, Chuba, Thielen,
Bryce.
Yeah, top four. Why are you shaking your head still, bro? Like, it's okay.
Shit is just baffling.
I'm gonna get a white and a black one.
Bryce jersey? You want to make up for all the times that, never mind. Are you going to get them signed?
No. I already got one signed. I don't need another one signed. It's just wasting money, bro. For me to just look at it. Yeah, no.
Why you making it so complicated?
Bryce getting his shit. Chuba. Rob.
I got a Chuba jersey you can have.
Fuck can I do with it? Stare at it? Think I can wear your shit?
Jersey giveaway.
No. So you don't want it? We can roll the jersey giveaway out with autographed Bryce ball. I'm gonna
get it signed first.
So you don't fuck with Chuba anymore.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm just asking.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. We'll be back next week. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Actually, we'll be back on Friday. Live streaming. And guess what? Actually, let me present a question to the cast, specifically to my producer. Do you think that you want to join us on another live for the remainder of the year or no?
I mean, you didn't even send me the link last time.
Yes, you did. I seen your email in there.
He texted you.
Terrence, excuse me. Thank you, bro.
No, he texted you and
I
told
texted
you.
him what?
I asked Terrence. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Are we even doing a live today?" He said, "Yeah, we're doing it at 7." I didn't have that notification.
I don't know why he told you that. We were never doing it at 7.
I did not say that.
Whenever the time was, you
He's
told
a liar.
me a
He's
time.
like Excel.
Yeah,
You
what?
told me a time that y'all were doing a live on Friday, and I was
7:30.
unaware of it. So I fucking said,
Nigga,
7.
you live in the house with them.
I was unaware.
He told
of it.
you what time it was, and I sent you the invite, and I have the last 5 weeks in a row.
Like I said, I was completely unaware of the situation. I was
This
like,
nigga
since the
needs a
nigga, I was like,
fucking
since the
hand
nigga
job.
didn't text me,
He needs
I was
a
like, I
hand
guess he
job
didn't
and
want
a
me to be a
special
part of it. So
invitation.
I was like, it is what it is.
Or do you feel like you want to join this week and add
I'll
some
be there.
value to our live stream?
I'll be there.
Okay.
Make sure y'all don't know.
Facts. We need them super chats. If y'all want to give one right now, super thanks, super whatever, support, do that right now too.
Make the tag, we miss Tavian.
Fuck Tavian, nigga.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
You know I really want you.